Hi and welcome to Degen BJJ. I'm still Irish Mike.
And I'm still Ken.
How are you getting on, Ken? How are you getting on, guys? We've been gone a long time.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
A long time,
It's been a while. The year was 2023. The days were longer and the weather was milder. And it was, November I think was the last one we did. We did.
Was it November?
Yeah, it was the beginning of November because we had Jake and Dennis from the Octagon show.
Yeah, it was a while. But before that was a while back though, wasn't it? I think we had a break.
We
got a big intermittent.
Promised to do every 2
2
weeks and have interviews and have guests and stuff, and we delivered
nothing.
Absolutely nothing. But,
true to form anyway. Something had to go wrong, but sure, life gets in the way. And
are we gonna get the excuses out of the way now?
Yeah, well, your injuries and as it was spoke about,
couldn't possibly record a podcast while injured, right?
Well, you could. Well, it was, I suppose, content as well, but I mean, I wasn't up for it with work and that, and my work was just insane, and I hated every fucking minute of it. I didn't want to be around the place, so I wouldn't have been much good for.
Weren't in any recording mood.
No, not for talking to fucking for other people to hear anyway. It would have just been every second word would have been fucking obscenities. But we're back now. So
not a giant change from the usual.
Not
much of a change from the usual programming. But yeah, I think obviously we had some plans to get a few in. We obviously had a few guests that had to change plans and move things around, which made it difficult. And then, like you say, my injury, your work, it was kind of a perfect storm of shit.
We were starting to go on the MMA route as well. Like we were getting a few of the MMA guys on, and Jake has won his fight since, and he's actually won another fight against the guy who we fought in the chat.
So we can carry on like nothing ever happened. So the Octagon MMA. You went to the final of that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good now. Yeah, well, I don't know. I didn't speak about it, did I?
No, we haven't done an episode since, have we? Because we did.
All right, I thought, or maybe not. Yeah, no, it was very good actually. I don't know if I spoke about it, but if we are, fuck it, we'll go again. But no, it's my first MMA show I was ever at, and really enjoyed it. It wasn't as busy as you think, like for an arena like that, you know. But they had one in Newcastle just gone last weekend, and that's where Jake picked up his win, and Dennis picked up a win as well, unanimous decision. Against a veteran, like a fellow, I think he'd like 33 fucking fights or something like. So to get
have you watched the fights?
I haven't watched them. I meant because I was looking for links on YouTube, but I think it was like a pay-per-view at the time, and I hadn't, because I know they were doing it with Channel 4, but I think Dazin might be doing the pay-per-view on it, so I will watch it.
They've got way better at that in recent years, haven't they?
Yeah.
Shutting down those links. Like, you used to be able to watch anything for free. I'm actually considering paying for services these days. Like,
I paid for UFC not so long ago because you can get the you can get it handy on the PlayStation 5, and it was just like 20 quid. It stops all the links dropping off, and I think it was a couple of good fights, like so.
You know, it's peak times when you're actually willing to pay for those.
Yeah.
Pay for those links. So.
But yeah, we're back. You're not injured.
Yeah. So obviously back. What was it? It was about 11 weeks out off in the end. I'm on a. Actually, you won't know this because I only had the appointment yesterday. I'm now on a 9-month wait list for surgery.
Oh, you said something in the chat.
Yeah, but they're kind of quite happy with how the shoulder is, and they, without boring everyone with the medical side of it, it's I think I've already said it's a labrum tear, but the position that it's in is different to what they thought at first, which means that it's their only goal with the surgery would be to make the shoulder more stable and stronger.
Fantastic. If that came true, I don't know.
I'm not sure if it was just for the room or whether that came through on the recording, but that's definitely on brand for us, mate.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it in. Anyway, I'm borderline case. So he said, given my age, etc., if I'm feeling the shoulders strong and stable enough whilst I'm waiting for this surgery, it might well be that I discharge and don't get it.
Yeah.
Discharge everywhere, mate, and and just stop. Just carry on. I've been back training for since...
You had enough discharging in the 11 weeks you were off, you didn't need to do it anymore.
Exactly, mate. I was all discharged out, so I decided to come back to jiu-jitsu. I had an appointment start of December, and they said, go back to normal kind of routine, so went back to training.
Yeah, we were back on the Sunday. You came back on the Sunday. It was an autumn mat. We had a great time.
Agreed to not roll a single round, and rolled probably 4 or 5 at the end. But I'd like warmed up and stuff, and my shoulder felt so good because I'd done in the 11, 12 weeks I was off. I'd done a lot of rehab in it, and that's something I'd definitely say I've learnt from this one. Like, when I was younger, I'd never rehab anything.
Yeah.
And I'd always be like, that ankle just doesn't feel right, or that knee, just still bugging me.
Yeah.
Whereas this actually feels
better now.
I don't want to jinx it.
Better,
I don't want to jinx it. It's still. I think it's more sore from where it hasn't been used fully at the moment, though. Like it gets sore now, but it doesn't like ache the same way. So touch wood, I managed to duck the surgery and carry on training. But it's been good. Been good. I've only been doing the mornings, a bit of a lower pace since I've been back. Even
though I'm back, so the start of this year, kind of properly training as well. We haven't actually really. Well, we did 2 open mats, but we haven't got rolling or anything yet. So it's kind of still kind of miss you, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're getting this time together. I think.
And we're just while we're at it, I'm slagging the absolute life out of Bobby Churchhouse about injuring you. Nah. He's getting it bad. We're in a place now where I can just slag the absolute shit out of it.
I've got to a point where we can all joke about it now, which is nice.
It's fantastic for me because the only humour I could never talk about it because like I just say the wrong thing. I can only laugh about things that are terrible. You know what I mean?
The fact we know it's a freak injury now as well. Like again, for people that don't know me, like my shoulder, it actually was a dislocation, and it turns out in the end it wasn't the Kimura attempt that did the injury. It was because of my pre-existing. Yeah. I don't know. I can't. It's been so long. I can't remember what we've talked about on it. But because of the pre-existing injury, my shoulder dislocated. So yeah, it's kind of like guilt-free banter now because it would have happened to anyone in that position. Yeah. It just happened to be Bobby, which
his close friend. And
said to him like it was more likely to be him or you because of the amount of rounds I do. But you're never catching me in that position.
No, I have never caught you.
So it's only going to be him. So kind of unlucky, but yeah.
He also said I'm the worst. We were sparring this week. We're paired up a lot, and me and him we always have like kind of a little bit of banter, and I always find him odd to pair up with. And he says to me, he says, "You're the worst fucking fella I always team up with to do sparring, you know." And I'm like, I fucking feel the same about you. Two of us just had a good slag about it, like. But no, we're getting on. We're going really well now, and obviously I got my 3 stripes, 1, 2, 3, all in one go. So there's a fire under me now, and it's a bit weird. I was going to fucking go into it, but I'll go into it anyway.
Yeah, go into it, Mark. Go into it. We've got no plan today, by the way, guys. We just want to get back in the rhythm of recording. We've got some stuff in the pipeline which we'll let you know about at the end. But this is going to be a very loose structure of an episode. So, Michael, how have you been feeling lately?
I'm feeling absolutely fantastic with my jiu-jitsu lately. And
what's that?
It's so weird, man. It's just, I got the 3 stripes in one go, and Dom said, anytime I was giving stripes out, you were never around. So he said, now you're around, I'm going to give them to you. He said, otherwise, if you hadn't been around this week, you wouldn't have been getting them till when he does the grading in July. So I was actually unbelievable, like, because I don't feel, and even though I haven't now, I don't feel like 3-stripe white belt, blue belt. I feel like 3-stripe white belt, actually. that was my mind telling me exactly how I felt. But
a little Freudian slip there, mate.
Yeah, I'd say it fucking pisses the life out of you. But we'll go on. I digress. No, man, I just feel like I'm actually, when I had no stripes on my belt, I kind of approach things a lot differently. And it's weird, really, because I don't think of stripes on my belt as anything, as a thing. Well, apparently I do.
Yeah, but clearly you do, mate.
But I didn't think
you're going deep on them now.
But now I'm like, even Connor said it to me. He said before, like when he plays guard and I always try and pass, I never play guard. That 4th stripe is probably going to be when I start learning some guard. But
waiting a while for that then.
Yeah, another 2 years at least. But he was saying, like, before I used stall at positions, whereas now I'm working through it. Do you know, like I try and go in, if it didn't work, I'd pull out and then I go back in again. Whereas now I'm trying to work through it. But I do feel like I have to act like, because like 3 in 1, man, I wouldn't, like, I consider myself 1, possibly 2.
Oh man,
but
I think you need to stop putting so much, like, trying to equate skill to that, you know, if because you're always going to be your own worst critic. First,
yeah, but like if you go
secondly, you've had your blue belt what, a year and a half?
2 years, yeah, nearly. It'll be 2 years. No, it's a year and it'll be
a year and a half.
Yeah, May maybe is 2 years.
Exactly, which I think that's fair. That seems about like the normal progression.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I think like I'm 1 or 2. I wouldn't consider.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you've got the necessary vantage point to judge that, mate.
Yeah, but yeah, no, exactly. But
Well, you definitely look different. Like it seems like you've got a renewed sense of purpose when you're out there training. Like
yeah, man, it feels like it too. It actually feels like
we
it.
ain't trained together that much, but what I did see,
I'll be honest with you, that was the Sunday.
I may or may not have ducked you. Like I did a couple of tough rounds, and we saw the sort of rolls you were having, and you were like, "Do you want one more?" I was like, "I think I'm gonna go stretch off, mate. We're gonna go grab lunch."
That hard since though. Like you've seen that, and it was like you're like you're looking farewell. And I was like, look farewell, and I was like, I haven't looked that good since. But I've had moments like, and it's I'm feeling really good about my jiu-jitsu, which was something that I hadn't felt in 6 months.
That's cool.
Maybe more. So like I was never tired of doing it, but I never felt I was where I was, and I'm holding myself. I think I'm holding myself better in the gym.
Funny how it goes through wet cycles like that, isn't it? I said to you like, on the messenger before when we were planning what we were going to do today last night, like I'm the complete opposite of that at the moment. Like normally, like pretty much other than when I was backpacking, like and when I first started out and had no clue. So like from the point I got back and joined Matt House and started training regularly again, like I've always had a goal. You know, I'll work on stuff in 4 or 6 week blocks, like guard, passing, back control, certain submissions, and I'll like troubleshoot them in live rolls over a period. I'll try and purposely get myself into a set position and work on stuff.
Yeah.
Since I've come back from this injury, for the first time, I feel like I'm
a little bit lost.
Lacking direction for sure. Like maybe not lost, because I'm really enjoying being back in training, and, so and that's kind of like the main thing. I think I'm just enjoying being back so much that
you're kind of free balling.
Not like. Yeah, exactly that. free balling the whole time. But yeah, it's nice to be back, and that's the big thing really for me at the moment. I think maybe
I'm in the same boat as you, to be fair, because like I know you were out through injury, but I hadn't. I was only doing weekends because of work. Like
inconsistent because of work. You So has it only really been the new year that you've been back really getting a regular pattern in?
Yeah.
Because you had some nice segue into this actually. You got some away days in while you were back home for Christmas, didn't you? You were over in
Treaty Grappling, yeah. Tom Halpin's place.
Treaty, I was in my head it's always Trinity, but it is Treaty, isn't it?
Yeah. So obviously the Limerick Globetrotter, shout out Andrew, who's been on the pod, I think 16. He has his own podcast, Humans Jiu-Jitsu, just in case anyone hasn't listened in before.
Purveyor of fine memes also.
Yeah, he's joking. Got he just said, I said, look, I'm back at Christmas, any chance? And came in, just like talking about, always say it like jiu-jitsu people are sound. Like Tom has the gym and Tom Halpin, and like just came in, didn't even look for money. Like I probably shouldn't be putting that out there.
By the way, guys, if ever you're in, it's Limerick, right?
If
ever you're in Limerick, Treaty Grappling, it's a free service. Yeah. They'll let you drop in and train with them.
To be fair,
tell them Mike from the Degen BJJ Podcast sent you. They'll love that.
To be fair, I bought a rash guard because I do believe you should support the place. Like if you're going to a place, I don't think you should leave something, like, because at the end of the day they have bills, and like it's all evenings he does. It's not, I don't think it's, I could be wrong, I'd be talking on my arse, but I won't say too much out of it in case I'm wrong. But
don't go into in depth in his business. So I believe his monthly rent is this much. And
but on warm-ups, like we're talking about warm-ups, and do you know the way we were saying, like in Matt House we do the yoga in the mornings, and then they do the run around swing, the forward rolls, all that.
Yeah.
They do a kind of a mixture of yoga and kind of strength and conditioning kind of things, like
kind of like a yoga circuit.
It's like everyone just sits around in a circle, but he says you can do your own things if you don't want to do this, and like they just warm the wrists up, and they do like cat cow and stuff like that, but they do like single leg squats and stuff like that, and other kind of things, and just different things, like, and it was kind of cool. Like it was just another thing of I've never seen a variation like that in warm-ups.
But you sat around in like a...
No, we're just in a circle.
In a hippie circle. Yeah. Still like, now we're going to warm up our wrists, guys.
Well, not as gay as that, like, but it was actually kind of quite cool.
I'm purposely... I can see that you're remembering it fondly, so I'm just trying to cut it down and make it seem less, because I wasn't there. I wasn't part of it.
As I say... he gave you a free rash guard as well.
Yeah, soundest guy I've never met, to be honest. I have trained in it. I haven't got a photo in it for him. I know that he's looking forward to seeing me.
Yeah, I told him we'd get one together so it'd look a bit more...
sweating in a rash guard. But yeah, no, really, really safe. And what was the gym like anyway? So you talked briefly about the warm-up. Give us a bit, like, I like to hear about
So
gyms?
the first day I was there was an open mat, and there's a guy. See, this is where everything falls off, because I'm just a guy that loves jiu-jitsu and doesn't really give a fuck about anything around jiu-jitsu unless it's on my Instagram feed.
Yeah, that's fine.
And they had a guy, Joey Breslin, I think is his name, probably murdering that as well. But he was there with his missus back from America, and apparently he's one of the first black belts in Ireland.
Oh, cool.
And I got to roll in with him, so that was cool. And then, like, the next day I was in, I think I did 3 days, maybe 4. I was rolling with a few other guys, and like there was another guy from the town I'm from, like, and they said, oh, he's from Tip, and I was like, yeah, Tip's a massive county. That's like saying he's from Ireland, you know, but he was actually from like the town where I'm from. Yeah, it's just so like I know his mother and father, like, so shout out to Shawnee, because I face planted him as well, which wasn't a great thing to do when you're visiting the gym. I was kind of doing, you know, you kick the leg up. Like if you have it overhook and you kick the leg up, and then you drop him like for a takedown. But I had his left hand held with my left hand, so he had no hand to base with because I had his other hand caught. And I just sent him straight into the mat, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm such a fucking dickhead."
Do that as a visitor?
Yeah, as a visitor. But I had rounds with him after, and we actually had like a 10-minute round, which was fantastic.
Did he make you regret face planting him?
No, good back and forth. Now he caught me a couple of times, I think. But yeah, it was good. I rolled with Garrod, there's another black belt there, and he gave me some tips on what I'm actually doing wrong, which was some stuff that
your jiu-jitsu, Michael.
Yeah, I know, but you know things that like you've mistakes that you're constantly making that you don't know.
Little ones.
And it's just little things like I'm always bridging, and it gives people mount. Like I do high bridges, and he's like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And just the way I move as well. He's like, here's some wrestling drills, and then he said, like, you should look up this page on YouTube. It's some wrestling drills just to show you how you're moving, like, because I got good compliments on my like stand up to a certain extent. Like, not that I'm fantastic or anything, but there's just a certain point of it. But obviously, I fail in other parts. But no, it was good. Nice guys. Same thing again. Nice gym. Great people.
Yeah, what's the gym like in terms of mat space and stuff? Is it like a dedicated unit, or is it one where they like share it with a gym or something?
No, it's their own place. Yeah.
It looks wicked online. Like, look it up. Like, it's got.
It was an old arcade.
Graffiti on the walls and stuff like that.
It was an old arcade, so that's why all the Pokemon and Zelda and all that kind of crap are around it, or whatever else is on it. But it's when you go there, it's nice. They've all zebra mats as well, like, and it's nice. Like, it's a good place. It's hidden. You wouldn't really know it's there. Like, it's just you walk in 2 doors and you're in there, and it's a good big mat space. Yeah, it's probably a little bit bigger than my house. I don't know what square foot that would be, but whatever. But it's like you can have a good.
None of us are builders or engineers, mate.
Yeah, you can have. Well, I should know. I've been in the building. But like, you know, that's why they make tape measures. You know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. But no, really good. Like, can't speak more positively enough, and hopefully we'll get to go back some stage when you come back over.
I'd love to go visit it. Like I say, safe geezer.
You were in Taurus then with some of the lads.
Yeah, speaking of away days, it's quite nice. I haven't been able to do any, obviously, because of the shoulder. Like, and I wanted to ease it back in, but there's another gym that's just opened up in Woodley, which, for those of you that aren't from the Reading area, which was bold of me to assume we still have any listeners after the time we took off, but so it's about a 10-minute drive from where our current gym is, so it's like it's the same town. People from Woodley like to say that they're not from Reading. They like to make out like it's a separate village, but come on, man, it's another suburb of the town, and it's it's a dedicated space. Like, again, it's down the side of like a hairdresser's. You really notice it. It's in the middle of like a residential area, so there's like, you know, terrace housing, and then there's a hairdresser's in the terrace housing with a little alleyway down the side, and the gym's there. It's not between what did Tom say?
Tom sent you the directions, like go between here and here. You'll know when you get there.
So it's between a Catholic. Yeah, that was it. It's between a Catholic church and a hairdresser's. You'll know when you see it. I'm like, cheers, mate. I might as well have fucking asked for no directions at all. But
you found your way there all the same.
Run by Andy Rowe, who's a Max Campos, so Checkmat black belt. Max Campos runs the Checkmat in Oxford, which is part of the Oxford Martial Arts Academy. I think it's that. something like that. They've got like a Muay Thai program, MMA program, and he does the BJJ program under Checkmat.
Okay.
But yeah, Andy's set up this place. I think he opened the doors just before Christmas, but they haven't got a timetable or anything yet because he was over in Paris competing in the Euros.
I see a picture on his Instagram, because I followed him after. I heard. Yeah. I seen people from our gym had gone there before. You had gone there, Tom and Ariel and that. So I was just wondering, I followed.
I think they've had a fair few open mats. I'm not sure if they've done any formal classes yet.
All right.
Seems to be just like open mats at the moment, whilst he's kind of putting together his schedule and figuring out how it's all going to work. But yeah, it's like it's at the moment the half the place is set up. It's going to be a gym as well. He's going to have a gym at the front as you come in. Then he's got mat space, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to. Because he told me, but he's got a license to extend it 10 metres out the back as well. So at the moment there's an empty space out the back, so he's going to be probably tripling the mat space he's got at the moment. But it's it's a nice like little spot that you can call in and do some jiu-jitsu. Yeah,
so we've got 3 jiu-jitsu gyms in Redden, kind of essentially.
Yeah, the one in Winnersh moved to Winnersh now, isn't it? The one that we've talked about before, Sarah's has moved to Winnersh. We've got that one in Woodley and obviously Matt House.
King of cream of the crop
in town. It's just it's just different times, isn't it? Matt House has been here.
Yeah, it's a longer time. Yeah,
I was chatting to Dom about going to train in Woodley and stuff afterwards on Monday, and he was like, "Do you think I made this place so nice because I thought other people wouldn't come along?" No, it's like I always wanted to be ready when that did happen to make sure that this is offering something special. And I was chatting to the lads that have only ever trained at the house who like. It was -5 a couple of weeks ago, and we were in there warming up in 19 degrees temperatures, and it's like almost every other jiu-jitsu gym I've ever been to, you would be feeling the -5 that it is outside in here right now.
And when it was 30 degrees, we were training in 18 degrees, like, you know what I mean? Because they have the big air conditioner there, so we're spoiled, like. And showers and a lot, like I think we've gone through this before, but sure. Yeah, you can never shout it out your own place enough anyway. And if you don't like it, you can not listen.
This is just guerrilla marketing from that house at this point. But was it classes you did over there? Was it just open mats over the Christmas period?
I did one class, and very good as well. Yeah, enjoyed it. They do. It's 2.5. I don't want to butcher this. I think they do 2.5 minutes, like you go, and I do 2.5 minutes. And when we were doing the positional experiments...
Like, you mean when you're drilling? Yeah. Rather than do 2 for 2, you'll do like 2.5 minutes on the clock straight?
Yeah, and there was like positional where they do a lot and say 2.5 as well, and you'd switch. No, it was very good though. Really enjoyed it, and as I say, it was all no-gi, like all the guys there are doing no-gi constantly, and
they don't have a gi program at all, do they?
There's no gi at all. Well, there's no gi program at all. It's all no-gi. No.
It's all no-gi.
No. But but so even like the guys that are there considering themselves white belts are kind of killers, like, especially with me going in with like not, even though I'm doing jiu-jitsu whatever to whatever it is. Yeah, I like no-gi wouldn't be. I'm not. Am I doing it 20% of the time? I'm doing gi. I don't know, something like that maybe.
Yeah, probably on a good week, probably like 2-to-1 gi to no gi, isn't it?
Yeah.
On a bad week, you're probably training only in the gi. Yeah. It's just what's available more here. Like,
but it's
now on the mornings, so I do about 5 hours a week, and one of those hours is no gi, which is becoming sad. But I do enjoy the no gi, but equally, I think they're.
I was doing drilling last night, with Roche, like, so I'm going to make a more emphasis on doing drilling. So
you're a big fan of that, aren't you? Like, you think in terms of like development when you're training.
The first time I started passing your guard was because I drilled with them for about 4 weeks on passing him and Ben.
Never happened.
No, because there was a time where I could never pass your guard. And then it just started happening, and then I think since then I haven't drilled properly with him. So. Ben wasn't around, and I said, here, I know Ben isn't around, because they usually just go off together and do their own thing, like, and I said, I'll drill with you if you want.
Ben don't train in the evenings no more.
Yeah, he does mornings now as well.
He was there this morning, but yeah, that's just
Matt House chat.
digress into Matt House chat. Well, so what have we got coming up, mate? What's the plan for the podcast now? I'm probably going to just have a conversation between me and you that should have been had off air, but
yeah, why not? Like, we might as well extend the listenership to to invite the listeners into this closed conversation. Probably going to try and pick up from where we were. People that, I mean, nobody's listening at the minute, so we'll try and get Calpacino on if we can, reach back out to him and all the names that we had.
Yeah, he's got mad shit going on at the moment. Yeah. Like, did you see that?
He's on he's on another invitational.
He's on another invitational. His gym's doing loads of cool stuff. He has loads of he's really active on social media, to be honest. Check it out, Calpacino MMA.
Yeah, I think it's Elite. No, Exile, is it?
Exile
BJJ or Exile Jiu-Jitsu or something.
Yeah, but it's all in. Yeah, they did like a big kind of Royal Rumble for like a load of white belts, and it was like a massive tournament with all the white belts in the gym. For winner gets a blue belt.
It's
I think Tom Lucas shared it in the group chat, the podcast group chat for those that are in it. If not, look it up. It's a fun watch. But try and reach out to him.
So I don't know. Like maybe we'll put a poll on the Spotify or something if people just to see if people are interested, because we kind of want to go in a direction that people want to listen to the stuff. So like I'm thinking of we might do a couple of MMA episodes, like especially because we've had Dennis and Jake on, and a few of the other lads like Shamrock has just this class story. If you don't know it, just check out his Channel 4 doc. It's about 20 minutes long. It's unbelievable. He was like on the run for 10 years for a crime he didn't do. Sounds like the A-Team or something, and came back and won like 2 titles and then got arrested, and then got freed. But he's fighting for Octagon, and I'd met him at the time, and I kind of said, remember I was talking to him on the podcast, probably didn't have a fucking clue what I was talking about, but try and get him on and have Dennis back on and Jake back on, maybe a couple of more, and maybe go that route through the MMA scene. Maybe have another couple of guys on, and Squish has a friend there. He's a stuntman. He just seems to have skills.
Just created his own film. Yeah, like he's done loads of martial arts in his life, and so I think it's going to be more about getting we're not going to commit to doing one every week, one every 2 weeks. Sometimes we might surprise you with 2 a week, and sometimes you might not hear from us for a few months. But it's going to be about
until we find our flow again,
getting good quality guests on that have got interesting stories, and just kind of sharing those, and obviously ourselves trying to get round to as many local gyms as possible and shout. Yeah,
we're going to do a lot of away days,
and shout them out.
Yeah, so Impact MMA will obviously hit that again, and Jimmy and
I still haven't been there.
Yeah,
so that's one for me to check out as well.
Jimmy and Dean are actually competing on that invitational that Luke's mate Rory is on as well. So they have a lot of stuff coming up as well. So we'll try and get down there and get a few rounds in there, and anywhere kind of an hour and a half out of Reading. We'll try and hit it over the next few months, and I'll probably looking at eyeing up that 24/7 comp in Brighton that you did. It's coming on in March, so I'm looking at I might hit that up, because obviously we have the Reading. There's a new. What's the name of the company? No, the crowd that are running that Reading competition. Do you remember the name? They obviously have their new promotion, pro sport grappling events.
They do. They've done a few last year. They had.
Oh, maybe
they did one. Not the Brighton one you're talking about. They did another event in Brighton. I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm saying the 24/7 was the Brighton one that I'm going to do in March.
But that's what I'm saying. I think there's another event in Brighton that isn't run by 24/7.
Oh, right.
It's run by them.
Oh, okay. So it's pro sport. I fucking get your words out. Pro sport grappling, and I think they're the same people that have Inyo grappling, which is the women only grappling, and they've something to do with Polaris as well. So I've been speaking to someone in the background about that and having them on, because obviously in our time of being here, there hasn't been a competition in Reading, and I
think it's the first one that I'm aware of in terms of.
So with the 3 gyms being here, and with us training in Reading and our base being that, it would be mad not to have them on. So we'll see where that goes from there, and that'll probably be looking at talking to them next week and maybe getting it out the week after, something like that, that's what was in my head.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Like I say, when we can get good people on, have an interesting conversation, we will do.
And if there's anybody that is good at YouTube or can fucking have a chat with me about setting up, we might start doing video as well. It's something I'd like to get into. I know it's only 2 of us sitting in the room, but some people are requesting it, and I think YouTube, some people like to put that on the background, so it's something we're going to look at.
YouTube and following that, new mics I think are going to be on on the agenda for this year. But
we're going to make big strides this year anyways, the game, and we're feeling good, and jiu-jitsu is good. We're both back training, and we're both in good form, so it's a good time to be alive, you know what I mean? even though I feel fucking broke up from all this extra hours of jiu-jitsu I'm doing.
That's it, mate. You need it for the mental health, and then a few months in, when you're off, you're doing your brains. You're like, well, I just want to train. And then as soon as you're back training, you're a few months in, you're like, jeez, my body. I need a few weeks off training.
Yeah, it's like.
But the cycle continues, mate.
But yeah, it's all good. So a few things for people to look forward to. Let's say we're going to put a thing in the comments on Spotify. If you'd be interested in listening to some MMA interviews, just say yes or no. You don't have to say yes to keep us happy. Like, we want an honest opinion, you know.
Keep us happy, guys. Keep us happy.
But that's. I've been Irish Mike.
Do we still shout out the sponsors, or fuck them for now?
Everybody. Okay, yeah. So X-Martial, for all your X-Martial gear. Dan's page, Salt and Storm. We have Degen 10 is X-Martial. What?
Yeah, we'll put the links in. It's been too long, mate. We're rusty. We're rusty. We should have rehearsed this before.
No, I rely on you to do all the stuff, like the proper stuff, you know, and I just talk shit. Like,
no, you always used to do the intros and outros, mate. That was the follow, like, subscribe. That was on you, mate.
Oh,
you're the brains of the outfit, which is kind of
forgot.
Worrying for all of us.
All right, guys, we'll chat you later, yeah?
But yeah, as always, guys, play it to your nan.